Alrighty. Hopefully it's all coming through okay.
Well, we hope. There's always a small delay between when we start and when it begins to appear, but looks like it is running live on the other side now. So,
Yep. Welcome back to United Gamers Authority. I'm Shade Hunter.
And I'm Phantom Stag.
And we got some interesting things going on today. As you can see, we both have our Frostallions, and I'll tell you what. Shadowbeak is still very near and dear to my heart, but Frostallion's a beast.
Uh-huh.
And
liking this mount a lot.
Yeah. Really easy to fight from riding position and also using its own skills. It's very nice. The one thing I'm kind of wondering about is why everybody seems to be so partial to Jet Dragon. I'm not a fan. The rocket launching thing, I could see has some niche uses, but for the most part, I'm really not a fan of Jet Dragon. Yes, he's incredibly fast, but the stamina is like ridiculous. You can only go that fast for a very short amount of time, and then you have to land. So, I don't know. Just not a fan. In my party,
he seems more like a niche player. You know, he has a role, and in that role, he's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
In my party at the moment, I do have Smokey. I'm going to be swapping him out real quick because there's something that I want to do before we get into the unveiling of our raid team. That's I spent a ridiculous amount of time getting all of that up and running.
Yes, he did. It was ridiculous.
So, I'm going to swap my Smokey out for... you know what? I'm going to swap him out for Vegas so that I have multiple possible attacking pals, and then I'm going to keep a Gobfin so that I have some boost to me. I think that's good. You know what? I don't need Gale Claw. I'm gonna actually have 2 Gobfins to give me a little bit of boost. So Gobfins are both 2-star. My Sylvegus is 2-star. Felbat is 3-star, and actually halfway to the last star. And of course, I have my Frostallion. This Felbat is a new Felbat, if anybody remembers from last time. My other Felbat was actually level 62, 63, something like that. But I wanted to try something. Felbat has a lifesteal effect on its own. And with this Felbat, I actually got Vampiric on it. So, with Vampiric, Demon God, Ferocious, and Serenity, I'm hoping that we can actually complete something. I'm not using any of the suggested pals for this fight we're gonna go try, since it ate our face last time. But I'm generally not one to follow the crowd per se. And that's also part of the raid idea that we have going on. So it's gonna be interesting. So, did recently upgrade the shotguns and the assault rifle. Got my meteor launcher. 2 pendants for damage. Have we picked up any more damage pendants by chance? I don't think we have.
I don't believe so. You can double check, but I don't think so.
No, we don't have any of the +2s. Okay. These whistles might come into use, though. But a lot of them are... There's a neutral damage level 2 and an ice damage level 1. And a fire damage, but these are like PAL fire damage. Is it any damage, or is it just, does the whistle have to like match their type? Like if you have a dark type that's spewing fire damage, does it actually increase the overall dark type's damage, or is it just any dark damage they do? So I'm gonna have to test this out at some point, but I'm not gonna do it right now.
Yeah, we'll have to try it to know how it works for sure.
Yeah, but you know what? I am going to grab
find
one of
someone
these.
else who did extensive testing and
because the boss we're going after does a lot of neutral / dark damage. I'm actually going to grab this neutral damage reduction level 2 and replace my shirt with that, so that we can have a little bit more defense. Because a lot of their attacks are neutral based, so hopefully that helps us survive. Let's see here. What else? We can make the curry now. So that's like one of our main damaging things, which, by the way, I'm going to be taking a few of the Mamoresk curry. I don't need much. I'll just take a few. Oh yeah, we got 2 food slots in our inventory. What else? What else? I think that's it. I think that's most of the new stuff. Technology really hasn't expanded much. Can't really make much of anything at the moment. So, all right. So this boss we're gonna go attempt again is Saya and Celine. So we're gonna do this first, and then we're gonna jump into the raid. What on earth was that noise? Oh, that's right. They put a fortress right here next to this, and it's annoying. Oh, whatever. All right, so get my meteor launcher out. Oh, better make sure my phone is shut up.
That's an excellent call.
Yep. Now, I know that Felbat is a dark type, but I'm hoping that that can negate some of the damage from Saya and Celine. But I am going to go with the Ignis Rage, Power Blast, and Thunderstorm, because the Thunderstorm and Power Blast are really good at stunning. So I'm hoping it actually works. If not, I'll be switching to Frostallion to see if Frostallion can actually freeze them. So I'm just gonna give all my pals some curry, and I'm ready to go.
All right, well, give me a second.
1,000.
Okay. Let's go.
Now, one thing I've noticed when you come in here with other people, you get a chance to move a little bit. So I'm actually going to move off to the side so she doesn't blast me in the face. Nope, I got stuck. That's going to hurt. Wow, Felbat just took it right to the face and didn't flinch. Okay.
That's good. These guys are no joke.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Felbat might be the one of the strongest pals in the game because of its ability. Oh, come on, reload. They just keep healing themselves. I just hope we're doing enough damage to actually beat it within the 10-minute frame.
Yeah, that's going to be the challenge.
That hurts. Oh, also, when she starts doing that beam, only run counterclockwise, otherwise you're going to get overtaken by it.
Okay. Good to know.
That's not what I wanted to do. No, wrong button. If nothing else, the PAL beam thing, it heals them really good. Pull in your fell back. It's almost dead. Your Sylvegas is about 50%.
Yep.
I like Frostallion because a lot of his attacks are long range. I did not mean to pull that guy in again. Wow, that was an oops. I just accidentally got my own Sylvegas killed because she was doing the beam and I was avoiding it.
Yikes.
Finally.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, whatever we did, it worked.
Yeah. You can now fight more powerful tower bosses. Yeah. That's not happening for a while.
But thank you for the permission. I appreciate that. So.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to jump back to base and swap some guys around. Because So Vegas needs a break.
Right? Time for a power nap for Still Vegas.
Yep. All right, I'm actually going to move my guys up, and I'm going to go ahead and take Gale Claw for the raid, just in case I need to move around without.
Yeah, I definitely noticed the lack of mobility.
Yeah. All right, so my explanation I will explain with the original Felinor, and it's something that I noticed nobody's really doing, and I don't know why. It's like blatantly neon sign written all over this game on something you should do, and nobody's doing it. But I am going to take half of the high quality recovery meds in here, just in case. I think that's all I need. I already have the curry, that's fine. And I'll explain the... Oh, swap my shirt back on. Not that I really need it, but whatever. Also, I actually have the good armor on. I made some of the other armor so I can have the look that I like. Because some of this higher level armor is ugly as sin. And should be burned. With passion. Also, you'll notice that most of our guild chest is now food, because we just changed up on how we're doing some things. Every so often I go over and I bring back raw materials from the mining base. But mostly we're fine. The wood is coming from here, so yeah, whatever. Alright. Time to jump over to... Oh, you know what? I didn't grab food for the raid. Oh, well.
Well, you might want to do that.
Yeah. Do we have enough stuff here for me to build the altar at least a couple of times? We're not going to sit here and, like, spam it. Okay, we are going to need more stone, so food and stone is going to need it. I can't build this right now, so I'm going to build it way over here on the edge, though. All right, so let's talk about our raid group here. One thing I've noticed is most people, they just mass spam one type of POW. Oh, this is the best POW. You can have it done in this, such a short amount of time. I'm like, yeah, and then you have to wait for 10 minutes for, all your guys to be healed, or, actually have other things in place to get you guys alive. Why not use all the POWs to their strengths and weaknesses? This boss is a mostly dark, partway through turns to ice POW. There are certain POWs that you need to counteract dark and ice. Use them. It's not that hard. Now, I know that a lot of people have been complaining about, the POW pods not healing and, like, things just not working the way they used to and everything. Well, use your brain. And that's what we're going to do. This is, like, the first time that we've gone after Felinor the Barrow. We have not done it at all.
Yep.
A lot of this is concept. So... what we have done is we have Dragon and Dark. So the Dark is going to resist the Dark. The Dragon is going to be strong against the Dark. So we have Astegons. And one of the guys that I watched do it had full Astegons, and he failed. but none of his guys were leveled up. So I'm going to do tier 1 here on these guys. And I find it hilarious that this group insists on attacking us every time we set up a raid. And they're not going to get very far. Then we have Dragon and Lightning with our Orzix. So Dragon, resist and is strong against the dark. The Lightning is very powerful. Then I wanted to try something. Another thing that I made sure that a lot of these Orzix had on them was Vampiric, because they tend to be a little squishy. So I want to see if the Vampiric can help keep them alive. Then we actually have Van Worm Christ, which is dark and ice. So, and one thing I've noticed is the raid bosses can actually be stunned. So why not try ice to try to stun it, or electricity, or whatever. I was going to have Blaze Howl knocked, but I was like, you know what? If we need fire for the second phase, I've got these Blaze Howls here and a bunch of Yormantide Ignis. The Yormantide Ignis I did not get tiered up, but I think with the Diamond Body and stuff that they've got on them, on a lot of them, I think they'll be okay if I need to bring them in. But I also wanted to try these Vampiric Knocklem because I think that just sounds freaking hilarious. And they're ground type and they're super tanky. So and most of the guys that I've seen online also, they don't keep their box to the 15 maximum. So, but I'm going to try these 15, and if it looks like things are going bad, then I'll throw in another 5. I'll probably end up throwing in the Van Worm Christs because they're mobile and they're ice. So they might be able to resist the second half if needed. But I think we'll be okay with the different combination of all of these guys and their attacks. I was going to manually add in different attacks to all of them, but we're just going to try this. You know, breeding up for the different passives and then leveling them all up to tier 1. All of them are at least level 50 to match the boss we're going after. So I think it'll be all right. Before I do anything crazy, though, I am going to go ahead and jump back and get a little bit more stone and the food. So, and then we're going to kick this off.
And like we said, this is our first time facing this boss, so we have an idea that we'd like to try, and that's what you get to watch, is us try this idea. And either it will work or it won't, but either way we'll learn something and hopefully be somewhat entertaining in the process.
And the main thing that I always seem to get curious about is why everybody's so adamant on everything being so perfect in all of these games. Why not just do it to have fun? Now, I notice a lot of guys, they actually love the number crunching. I tend to get a little bit anal retentive about the number crunching.
Yeah, you're a bit that way too.
but at the same time, all the people that are getting angry about things and people not doing it right and everything. Well, why are you angry? It's a game.
Well, yeah, that, and also, you know, who's to say what exactly constitutes right? Just because you tried something and it worked well for you doesn't mean that that's the only way or even the best way. There might be another way that works quite well. It just isn't the way you tried. So, you know.
Yeah.
Let people play the game their way.
Yeah. So first out of the gate, I'm not going to be mounted up. I'm just going to have my Fellbat join our raid group here. During the first try of Valinor, the Borough, that one I'm going to be flying because I want to be able to see the fight from the air. But this one I'm just going to, this first one as a kind of a proof of concept type of idea. I'm just going to be on the ground to see how things go from the ground perspective. So. All right. You ready, Phantom?
As ready as I'm gonna get.
Okay. Apparently I leveled up, so I get to put another point in attack.
Good for you.
Yep. Alright, let's summon the first Bellanoro level 30 raid boss. Think about, wow, 12,000 with that. And immediately the waves of dragon attacks. And this is what I mean. You play off of the pals' strengths and weaknesses. Because, I mean, you've got these guys, the Knockums, that are throwing their shield things and attacking from range. Yeah, she's just melting. Obviously, she's, level 30, but still.
We way overpower her.
Oh, yeah. Alright, are any of you hungry? Any of you gonna go take a nap? Eat something? No? You're good? Okay. Now let's see if we can push this body out of here. There we go. Off into the water with you. And next one. Now, if I was to go in the next stage of this, I would actually probably end up having the weakest guys have the longest range attacks and be attacking from the back. The tankiest guys having like all close range attacks, like all the Knocklums, they would have all like melee close attacks, and then probably all the Astegons would have like mid-range attacks. Just to spread out the raid group so that the big attacks don't hit everybody at once. Plus, it's kind of annoying when they all clump up. Alright, so I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to get out... I don't think I actually pulled out my my Fellbat. I just kind of stood back and watched.
You didn't really need anything for that one.
Yeah. All right, so here's the moment of truth, our first run on Bellanor the Boro. And she's hit. And she just moved right when I attacked. Of course she did.
That was rude of her.
Would you stop moving around, lady? There we go. It's really hard to find her. Alright, where is she? Oh, she's stunned and laying down. Of course she moved. Alright, I'm gonna have to pull in the Knocklums.
Yep.
Alright, I've got to pull in one of the Orzerks, and I'm going to bring in Yormintide and see what happens. Right into the attack. That's great. So he's going to go down quick. But she is going down. She still has not reached her second phase yet, though.
Yeah, she's really, really under assault.
And there she goes, switching now. Oh, I missed. It's really hard to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta pull in all the Orzeks. Yeah, Orzeks are going down quick. Yormitides, go! But she's going down.
But she does not have another form to switch to.
No. My Frostalion's like
there we
shredding
go.
her. And there it is. Yes. First try. I'm
All right.
greatly impressed with that we managed to do that. That was pretty nice. Yeah, all the Orzeks ended up going down, all the Knocklums ended up going down, which I was pretty sure was going to happen as soon, especially after she switched over to her ice form. And that was only 15. I didn't actually have 20 out total, which I could have had a whole bunch more, and just overwhelmed her. But I really think bringing in these the Vanwyrm Crysts really helped.
Yeah.
Instead of the Yormintide Ignises, I probably could have brought in the Blaze Howls and been fine, but I wanted to see how well they did, even though they're not, 1 stars. And the second half there, they really started tearing her apart with all their fire attacks, so that was nice.
Yes. It wasn't perfect, but it was informative, and it was successful. So.
Yep. Now I am curious to see what would happen if we tried again with the group that's here now. Now I know they're all got sanity issues and they're working on getting their health back and whatnot. But I'm gonna this guy I can actually fix because his sanity was super low. There. I also did not force feed the entire raid. Where'd my guy go? Seriously? Oh, it was over here. Man. I also didn't force feed the entire raid buff food.
Right.
So I figured we'll try one more time and see what happens when we have 20 at our disposal, but 10 of them are all fire. So now it looks like everybody's good. Again, haven't really fed anybody. Why are the Vanwyrm Crysts having an issue? Oh, medicine. One's got a fracture and okay. So that's another thing we should probably think about is getting a medicine thing put up here and
yes.
having medicine available. Alright, so I'm actually going to take these two guys that are having issues and take them back to the other base and fix them up and bring them back. So I want everybody at least close to 100%. Let's see here. This is another medicine I'm going to need, so I'm going to queue up 100 of it. Ish. Oh, that's like the one I need, isn't it? Is that the one for fracture? Yep. Oh, he has to be, like, in my party. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, which one? You. You have the fracture. There you go. Alright. They're all happy. I'm not gonna worry too much about the medicine back. Why did I just teleported back to my same location? That's freaking hilarious.
I'm going to put a medicine box there.
Okay. I really think that another thing that really helped the longevity of a lot of these guys is the vampiric ability. And you know what? I want these guys ready to be switched out, so let's see if anybody rescues them. They do! Yay! They're rescuing. Good job, guys. I'm gonna wait for the Orziks to get healed up, and then I'm gonna swap them out for the Noculums. Hopefully they wake up and eat, so they're not, you know, going insane, because they're all very, very unhappy. Oh, and pals without beds are gonna get even more unhappy. Do we have the stuff to make some basic beds at least?
Probably. We've got materials over here. How many do we need? 5. So let me see about some.
Yeah, I got 3 over here.
Alright, I just dropped a couple.
Yeah, I think we'll be good. Looks like the Orziks are up
Should
and
bring
moving
it to,
now.
yep, 25 out of 25. There are now enough beds. Everyone should be happy with that. We have a medicine cabinet here. So, basic healing supplies.
And they all can reach the food. Why have those other guys not eaten anything? Come on, dude. Go eat something. Oh, you know what? Some of these beds are destroyed too. Or getting ready to be destroyed. We need, let me grab some repair kits and then dump them in the box, and then some of the guys should be able to use them. But there's definitely a learning process. I think there's definitely something to say about using different types of pals and different types of attacks within these raids. So
Yeah, I agree.
really? Nobody's gonna come over here and do anything about this? Okay.
They're just not that concerned.
All right, now I got some repair kits. Now, do I believe that Van Worm Christ is like the key to some of this? No, absolutely not. My whole biggest thing was looking at the base elements of the pals and what they go against. Because from what I can tell in this survival guide under elements, you have the normal circle of elements. You know, you got water, fire, grass, ground, electric, that kind of thing. Then off of fire, you have fire is strong against ice, ice against dragon, dragon against dark, dark against neutral. Well, does that mean everything before it is going to be strong against it too? Not necessarily, I don't think. But I do notice that when we have certain elements that are good against one we're fighting against, we actually get the notification that, you know, this is strong, you know, so-and-so's attacks are strong against so-and-so.
Yeah.
But I do believe that
tells us we're matching up well.
Right. I do believe that when Eleanor Libra switches to ice, you definitely want fire because it's going to be strong against it. But fire can light things on fire, whether they're ice, dragon, dark, or neutral. So that if they light them on fire, then it's just passive damage. So. Are you guys gonna... Yay! Repair things. Good job, guys. Alright, how are my Orziks doing? They're better. One's still got low sanity. Now, the one reason why I want to make sure their sanity's all okay is because if they get low on hunger or sanity, they do less damage. So, it's kind of why I'm really wanting this to work out. There we go. You are still having issues. You know what? Come here. I got a present for you, buddy. It's called curry and being hand-fed. There. Now you're happy. But now I'm going to switch over and get the Knocklums out here because I want them part of the first wave in this debacle.
Debacle. Nonsense.
Yep. And actually, I think I'm gonna hold the Blaze Howls back until she turns to ice, and then I'm gonna pull them out.
Right.
I should probably hold the Yormantides back again, but I want to see how well they do here in the beginning part of it. Alright, Knocklums are just going to have to deal because I don't know why they're all still only at 5.
Yeah, something is not right with them.
Well, I just fed one by hand. You can actually walk up to him and it'll tell you.
Eyes are bloodshot. Something's wrong.
Yep.
Sanity 6. That's not good.
Yeah, giving him one curry gets him to sanity 59, so that's better. But finding them all...
Yeah.
Plus, you know, it's curry, so it's going to be giving them a damage buff too.
Yeah.
All right, I think I got 3 of them.
60.
Oh, here's
I
one.
just got 1.
All right, I think I got the last one right here. Yep. He's now at 60. All right. They're Working a little slow, but then again, nobody's working because there's nothing to do here.
One of them's still showing it as upset, not willing to do any tasks, or I guess a couple of them are, so.
Well, if they're attacked, they're still gonna do it, and we managed to feed all of them, so they'll have that buff.
Right.
And I'm gonna try this from the ground with my fellbat in there working. I want to see how tough the fellbat is. Alright, so what did I get from that? Okay, I can get that. I did get the Ultra Slab. We are not doing that right now. Things level who knows what and ridiculously powerful. It's got like a lot of health. We're not doing the Ultra version at the moment. 3 civilization cores, awesome. We need those. 2 of the large training manuals, which is good. A +2 multi-climate undershirt. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will take that. And
yeah,
then a life
what
fruit.
I said.
And then we have a huge dark egg from the first one, and then a huge dark egg now, which means we have the liberal version of this. So let us try this one more time and see if I can dump some guys in to save some guys from being incapacitated. You ready, Phantom?
Yes.
Wow. And she just got frozen. And again. Good grief, where is she?
He is standing in stupid.
And she got frozen again. Yeah, maybe knocklimbs aren't the thing to do because they're kind of big, bulky, and they stand in stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
I still can't see her.
It's just a now and then kind of thing. She'll pop up briefly.
Alright, knocklimbs are coming in. Orzik's going out. I could see the use of the healing grenades and stuff, though. Chucking the healing grenades in the middle of all of our guys over there.
Right. It could have some value.
And she's about to switch. And there she goes. Alright. I think I'm going to switch out. Wow. Drop. Okay. Astagons, you are no longer needed. Then. I need fire. Wow. Apparently the Howl guys are shit.
Which ones?
Blaze Howls.
Ah.
Yeah. Our raid team's down. It's just us now fighting her.
Yeah. Well, she was close enough to down that I wasn't worried. Alright. What that tells us is we can't tackle this with a raid team that is not fully intact. They need to be full health, full sanity.
Full everything.
At the moment. But they're good quality, and given the opportunity, they will do the job.
Yep. My Fellbat's rescuing them.
Go, Bellinor. Go rescue the poor downed pals.
Wait a minute. Is somebody dragging away one of our guys?
No.
It sure looks like it. Hang on. I think I might be able to... Or maybe it was just doing some weird glitchy movements.
Probably. Some of them got kicked out of the circle, and so they're not available to be picked up and rescued.
Okay, we'll let everybody kind of heal up, and then I'll store them back in the thing, and we'll get their sanity up and level them up. And I do think that the Yormantides are better than the Blaze Howls. However, I think the Blaze Howls could do better if we tiered them up more, because when I released them all and they went running over there and unleashed all their fire, she dropped pretty quick on health. So I really think there's something to be said about
they just
matching.
don't have the staying power at this point.
But we will definitely continue working on getting these guys tiered up. Probably get every one of them up to tier 3. And then try to continue farming this boss.
Yeah, we know we can take her.
Yep.
We can't do her quite as easily as the base Bellinor, but we overpower the base Bellinor to the point that it's almost laughable.
Right.
This one is actually an appropriate challenge, but we can take her. We just have to do it methodically.
Yep.
And if we get all the raid team tiered up, and they're all at least tier 2, if not tier 3, I think at that point we'll have a good team, and we'll be able to come in and farm her consistently. It won't be a cakewalk, but we'll be able to farm her consistently. We won't be losing half the team.
Right.
So.
And I mean, another thing we can do is try to find another type of POW. Maybe instead of the Orzix, we train up a bunch of the Sylvegus and bring them in their place.
My Sylvegus was doing very well.
Your Sylvegus was tanking the shit out of her. And my Fellbat didn't even drop below 75% health the entire time. So...
Yeah, my Sylvegus took barely any damage. I mean, when the fight was over, she was at about 85-90%.
Yeah.
She did fantastic. And I kept getting highly effective notices.
Yep.
So I'd say adding them in, not a bad plan.
I don't know. The Orziks did really good in the first half of that first fight, but once you turn to ice, they just kind of melted.
Yes.
I think on that maybe we can have it set to where we have like 5 of the Sylvegas waiting in the background, and as soon as she switches to ice, then we pull the Orziks and drop all the Sylvegas.
Yes.
I mean, the first time we fought her, we only had 15 out. We had the Astegons, the Orziks, and the Noklums. And then I think I pulled in all the Orziks because they dropped first, and then put out the Van Worm Christs. And then as the Noklums dropped, I put out the Yormantides. And that was like perfect timing to put them in because they're all about fire and dragon, and she was weak to both. So I think that's another thing is people need to think about, holding off for certain things to happen before you decide to do something. Like if you have a bunch of enemies, there are a bunch of, raid guys that are all about AoE attacks on like Xenolord. When I've watched these guys, they try to, take out the ads and stuff. Well, when the ads drop, why not pull in some guys and then drop a whole bunch of guys that are going to instantly flood the field with a whole bunch of AoE attacks, and then once the ads are gone, swap them back out, pull your AoE guys in and then put out the other ones.
Right.
So did you get a new multi-climate undershirt?
Oh, I did, yeah.
All right, so back to base, and I wanted to show you the smoky ability because I actually found some whatchamacallit, chromite.
Okay.
And I'm just going to put all of this stuff away because I don't need it on me. Oh, I need to harvest the Ignis Rage. A lot of people put down some of the attacks, but Ignis Rage has worked really well against some of the tower bosses because it ignites and most of the field with fire and then catches them on fire. So I don't mind it. Our accessory thing is now full.
Oh yeah, we need a new box.
Alright, on the armor one, I'm going to open it up for accessories as well, just so that I can get them out of my inventory at the moment. And now I don't need the curry on me. Put that away. Oh, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna put my glasses on and then go open these eggs that I got. Oh, and after restarting the game, I don't have that weird blue outline around all of our files. That went away too.
Nice.
Oh, and I wanted to show the other folks what we're doing with the Siren of the Void. Yes, please. 30% increase in dark attack damage, 30% increase in ice attack damage. That's what Bellinor Libero automatically came with on both of mine.
Nice.
But I'm just gonna put her in the pool at the moment. So what we've got going on in our breeding base at the moment here is this one is just breeding more of the Lulus to combine with the Lulus we have, because I've managed to get really good working ones at our base. So I want to get them all tier 4 as soon as possible. So that's why we got these guys here. Celestier, I actually do intend on trying to breed some for combat / movement, because I'm going to see if I can actually get Swift on them eventually. But a lot of this is either going to be for condensing or getting their resources, because I think between Sylvegus and Celestier, you can get chromite and the hexalite quartz, among other things. So they have that. Apparently, yeah, I need to get more cake for the Sylvegus, but same thing with them, just kind of breeding them for the numbers and for the resources. And then we got more of our Felbats breeding so that we can max out our personal Felbats. I'm actually half tempted one of these days to basically breed an entire army of the vampiric Felbats, just to see if
That would be frightening.
if they could survive a raid. They're kind of squishy, but at the same time, I think the fact that they can heal themselves kind of makes up for it. So there's that. And then over here, we're starting to breed into pals we don't have. So like this one is breeding up the Ensign Ram Noct. So that's what they're getting. And then these two are kind of interesting. So we got this one here breeding Yormantide Ignis Combats. And this one over here is breeding Yormantide Ignis Working Force. So these guys are breeding the ones that have the serious, artisan, remarkable craftsmanship, work slave. That's what these Yormantide Ignis are for. And then these are, this one is where the Yormantide we have for the raid came from, which these will help make them stronger, get their tiered up stuff. So I'm not going to worry about opening any of those at the moment. And then we have an empty pin to breed whatever. I don't know what.
Yeah, whatever comes up.
Yep. All right. So Smokey. Also, we've been making sure we level a Wampo to get the weight increase. Also, these Oma Skulls, they're really good for increasing PAL XP. Then them combined with the whistles you can get that increase PAL XP, it just makes it so gross. It's like hitting the cheat button. All right.
But in a good way.
Yep. So I kind of did a little bit of exploring Phantom. So I actually have a waypoint you don't have, but I can take you to it. It's not that difficult.
I'm not surprised to learn that you have one I don't have.
Yeah. So if you go to the hidden passage to the Oculus Gate, I can lead you to where I found the chromite. And if anybody realizes that we keep getting these drops pretty regularly, I reduced the time down to an hour. So, and a lot of times I just ignore them, and they have fixed locations, so you don't have to worry about getting them immediately. I can leave that there for a while and then go get it, and then it will decide when to drop another one. So It's just something that I changed and haven't put back. I don't think I'm going to be honest. Alright, so this is going to be kind of weird and convoluted on how we get there, but it'll work.
Okay.
So what I did is I went... where was it? Wait, did I just go the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, I
Possible.
did. I went this other way. And this kind of wraps around this way and up. And then right here... Oh, good grief, really? Alright. So rude.
Right.
Get up here to this spot. And go up. And it's going to take us to a couple more spots. We're trying to get up high so that we can glide to where we want to go. Because now we want to go...
Where is the next spot?
I already used it. Apparently it's not necessary.
Oh, okay. Good enough.
So now we need to get going south. Oh, effigy. This is a different direction than I went before. There's a beam of light? Do you see a blue beam of light to the south?
I do not. That might be your treasure map location.
I thought I already dug up the treasure map. Yeah, it's not my treasure map.
Okay, huh. I don't know. Weird visual glitch again?
Oh, here's the tower that I took out. Okay, whatever. We can ignore them. And then just, like, get up here. And then veer off to the right a little bit. Go a little bit west. And here is the fast travel.
Excellent.
Then now, we get Smokey out. And let me switch that. So then we come over this way, a little ways. And we come to roughly this spot here. I don't know if it's respawned or not, but then you use his ability and you hear a little ding and little puffs of smoke. Do you see these little piles right here?
I see these piles with the flag.
Yeah, that's chromite. When you use Smokey, it pops up. And I have a map over here that is showing us exactly where these are.
Very cool.
You don't have your pick, do you?
I do not.
256 for one pile.
Nice.
So total between both of those, I got 392. And like, apparently, I know there's I'm not looking at the map right now, but there's a couple of spots around this lake that you can use his ability and it shows up more.
Nice.
So. And it's a definite sound when it pops. You can definitely hear it. And I can't pick up anymore.
Oh, you mind? I'll pick it up.
We're getting close to another spot. Okay. Yeah, there should be some like right over here. Anyway, I know there's some over here. I just don't know exactly where.
Right. Well, there's some right here.
I'm in the middle of fighting.
I see that.
Listen here, Pernelia. I did not touch you. Go away. Yeah, I just used his ability over in this general vicinity, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it looks like. And are you full now too?
Yeah. I'm 970 out of 1,000, so apparently it's heavy enough I can't pick it up. Well, okay. It wasn't letting me even pick it up. I did pick it up, and now I'm overloaded, but, you know.
Oh, I don't have Shadowbeak, because I could still use Shadowbeak's ability and, like, bolt forward. Oh, well, I'm going to have to leave some of it, I guess. Because I can't really move. I need to get back to the fast travel.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Should I drop Hexalite or Chromite?
Honestly, it's kind of sad either way, so... doesn't really matter.
I'm going to have to drop some of each.
I am 0.4. Oh, wait, no, that's 0.4 over 1,000, so... I need to drop more than that. I need to drop 120.4 pounds.
Alright. I now can move.
There,
so
whatever.
That's good. Okay.
Let me just run to the other side of the lake and take the fast travel home.
Yeah.
I really wish it would dispense the stuff where it needs to go, even if it's a specialized container like the medicine box.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that would be too easy.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's good enough for now. Between now and next time, probably get some more of our raid pals leveled up, tiered up, all that fun jazz. I also have been using my ability glasses, trying to get decent IV stats on them as well. I didn't show that. The next time I'll go over some of the stats on some of our guys. Some are good, some are bad, but mostly I'm trying to keep from having to farm the IV fruits. But that is going to have to be it for today. As I have...
Thanks for joining us.
Other things that I need to do. But yes. Thanks for stopping by. Really do appreciate it. If you enjoy the content, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Later.
See ya.